Hi everybody, thanks for stopping by. Today is an exciting day here. I am going to be giving my pressure canner its very first bath. It consists of the pot itself, the rack, which I'll be getting a second one of because since I have the largest, I can do 2 racks. You have the cover, and I'll be removing the gasket as well, washing, drying, and I'll oil the gasket. Since I've not used it yet, my dial gauge has not been put on. You do not want this wet. You don't want to submerge it, none of that. So I'll put this all together after I wash it. But just a quick word. Because of COVID, my extension office is closed. There is no one there who can test and calibrate if my dial gauge is not reading correctly. I did reach out to them because they have a Facebook page. And her suggestion was just get a weighted gauge, which would be similar to this, except it would have 3 pieces, each increment of 5 for a total of 15 pounds. So right now what I'm going to do, because I'm going to wash it, dry it, and do a little test run with water. This is 15 pounds. It goes on here. Once this starts doing its dance, I am going to monitor this. If it reads 15 pounds, I know that my gauge is working properly. But I am going to get the weighted regulator or gauge so that while it renders this unneeded, other than the 0, so that I know it's safe to open my canner, it kind of makes it a cheaper All-American, because the All-American canners have the digital dial as well as your weighted regulator. So I'm going to get that because while it's 15 minutes from my house, I can't get there. Presto does test them for free and calibrate, but at this point I feel, why send it all the way? I think they're in Wisconsin. Let me just get the weights and I'll have both, and I'll always know if my dial is correct. So let's get this thing all cleaned up and we'll get going. The reason you wash is because there's machine oil from the factory, so you want everything pristine, which is normal anyway. Warm soapy water. My water gets hot. Let's do the top first. I am so excited for this. I'm so excited to do my first canning session in it. I'm looking forward to all the wonderful things that I'm going to be able to put onto my pantry shelf. Beans, tomatoes from my garden. I am so excited about that. Broth. I use broth a whole lot. So rather than buy it, I'm looking forward to making a big giant pot of it and having it on my pantry shelf. Giving it a nice go around. This puppy's giant. I hate getting wet. To dry all the pieces and then put it together, and we'll come back when that's done. Alrighty friends, so I have it dried, gasket back on. The reason I oiled mine is because I have issues with my hands, most likely arthritis, and rather than fight, because it is very giving, I could feel it. Rather than fight with getting it on, I wanted to just have ease of locking it. So there's, and I also got my dial gauge on, nice. And one other thing, this little vent, you always want to look through to see if you can see light, and you can. That's how you make sure it's clean. But I'm doing water for this one. This is going to be a water session. And of course, gotta love violet. And I did 1 inch headspace, since it's just water, and I cheated. I have the little, I don't know if they're pints, 4 ounce, whatever it is, wide mouth. I've had them for years. Rather than waste a lid, since they can't be reused, I'm just using these since it's a test run to make sure that it is in proper working order. Okay, and then you have to line up your lid. All right, folks, this is my first time, so let me make sure I have it where it's going to sit correctly. Come on, Mama. There we go. And it takes, oh boy, that's not it. It takes 3 quarts of water. So I filled it with 3 quarts of water. Oh, and you could hear it. Oh, I heard the seal, the push of air. Alrighty, now let's get going to put it, I don't want it super high. I chose this burner. Let me kind of show you why I chose it. This burner, I'm going to zoom you in, has two, an outer and an inner. So I can go all the way down or all the way up. Right now it's all the way up. I'm going to lower it and I'm sure you'll be able to see it. Let me see. Oh, it's so low you can't even. But it's on. So we're going to bring it up. When this starts venting for 10 minutes, let me make sure, no, that's not helping you at all. And my battery's gonna go. Let me zoom out real quick, and then I'll change batteries. When this starts venting, steady steam, timer 10 minutes. So we'll let this come up and we'll move on from there. You can hear it, it's starting to come up. And I'd say that's, I don't know if you can see it or not. I'm trying to get it to, nah, it's gonna blend. But it is steaming, so I'm gonna put the timer for 10 minutes and we'll come back to put the jiggler on. You can see that steam coming up good. This is where I got my flame going and it seems to be holding steady nicely. And the lock is up and in place. Alrighty, now we're going to slip on the jiggler. There you go. Let's see how long it's going to take to get to pressure. I'm going to do it for 20 minutes, the water. Focus. Okay. We're going to come back when it hits 15. Alrighty. It's at 15, and there it goes. It's starting to do the jiggle. Alright. I'm wondering if this burner is going to be the good burner. Right on the money. glare. All right. I'm going to let it hold at 15, and I'm going to do 20 minutes, and now that I know my dial is correct, there we go. We're good. Alexa, timer for 20 minutes. I don't know why it keeps going blurry. There we go. $13 left, and it's still holding steady. It's doing a beautiful job, and knowing that my dial gauge is on the money just has me very happy. I don't know why this camera unfocuses so. It's ridiculous. All right, we'll come back when it's finished. All righty. She is now coming off of pressure very slowly. It's been about 3 minutes, and it's at, I'd say, 12 pounds. Let's see if I could get you in a little closer. I am beyond overjoyed with this. Not having any extension offices open for testing, and seeing that she held steady the entire 20 minutes that it ran, and that jiggler did a nice, lovely, slow hula the whole time. You can still hear it percolating in there, and you could see in the back the little lock is still popped up, but that's because it's still up there in pressure. Now 10 pounds is my normal pressure for canning, and now that I know it's on point, until I get the weighted jiggler, I'll be able to can. And I think the first thing I'm going to do is probably going to be broth. So we'll let this continue to hit 0. I just wanted you to hear the sounds that it makes and see how it's coming down. I mean, it's already almost at 10. And you also could see a little bit of releasing there too. Very happy, very happy. Alrighty, we'll be back in a bit. Alrighty, we have reached 0, and the lock in the back has fallen down. So now I'm going to get my oven mitt and take the regulator off, and then wait another 10 minutes before opening the canner. I am beyond happy with how she did. I'm just going to move out a little. I think she did a great job. She held steady at 15 the entire time. I feel confident enough that the dial gauge is correct. And maybe every couple of months I'll do a test run until my extension office opens again and I know I have a place where it could be tested, or until I get the weighted jiggler. Right now I'm really excited and I just can't wait to can all the things. Alrighty, we'll wait for this to be finished, cooling, and we'll open her up. Alrighty, it's been 10 minutes, so I'm going to release it, and when you open it away, kind of like you would do with regular cooking. When you open a pot, you don't pull it towards you. Over here. And now I'm going to pull. I just heard the can pop. Oh, there's still a good amount of water. The headspace looks great. Hold on, Violet. Put that there. Perfect. The headspace is still good. So neither one of them lost anything. Now I know some people, because it's 3 quarts of water, and I'm going to take you off and show you inside the canner real quick. Alright, Mama, I'll let you out. Hang on. It takes 3 quarts of water. And, oop, I just fogged you up. That was pretty smart of me, huh? I don't know if that helps you to see. It's still got plenty of water in there. Those held the liquid fine. Like I said, I used old lids from, oh, how do you like her? Miss Violet decides she's the boss and she gets to tell us when and what she does. Let me just adjust this. These lids actually came from these jars. Gosh, I probably bought these 3 or 4 years ago, and I would put my caramel sauce in it, nuts. I dried parsley from my garden and I put it in there. So because they were so old, I didn't want a chance actually canning with them. So I said, oh, rather than waste brand new lids, I'm going to use, as a matter of fact, I'm going to use the old lids. Well, I'm going to be honest, friends. I think it went well. I'm happy with the fact that it held its headspace. I'm happy that it held its 15 psi. everything seems to work well. Now it's time to move on to the next phase of the journey. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being patient with me, because not only am I learning canning, I'm learning this whole YouTube video stuff. I want to say a special thank you to Heather from the Kneady Homesteader. She has the most awesome canning videos out there. She also has her Canning Revolution series, and Mandy of Moore did the Presto setup, since Heather has the All-American. Thank you, and I'm going to put a link to Heather. Watch her videos. She needs help right now from all of us, and YouTube has been very generous, especially the homesteading community. It's amazing how much they're like family. For all the bad that can be out there with trolls, there's a lot of love. And so I'm going to hook her link to the bottom, her canning series, and then her channel itself. And Mandy's too. And Carol's, from Carol the Thrifty. I hate when my brain goes blank. Let me look, because I want to get it right. Give me a second. She has an excellent channel as well. And that, of course, I cannot find. Her name is Carol. I'm going to link her channel as well. She has wonderful recipes that she's done. I gotta let Violet out. Thanks for watching.